number one, one of the costly mistakes that I see that is done very often is about the ignoring the pre-approval process. And so can you share with us about why is that important for people looking to buy a home, Jeff?
Yeah, I sure will. And let me just bring it from a place of experience working with buyers. As an agent, as you said, Fernando, I have a passion for helping the buyer not only conceptualize eventually having a purchase, but actually being able to get the keys to the home. And one of the things I try to have my clients to avoid is being frustrated by the process. It's a process that's unknown to many. A lot of them will launch out and begin to look for homes on their own, or they might have heard someone say, "Oh, you're not ready. You can't do this. You can't do that." And so when they make contact with me, again, educating them, first of all, is important about the process, how to get started, right? And congratulating them on actually making contact with the agent and cooperating in that sense. But the pre-approval process cannot be underestimated because it is the beginning point. It is the one piece of critical information that helps to inform the buyer's process. And what do I mean by that? When a buyer goes out, on their own and says, I'm going to, start looking for homes. And they go out into Beverly Hills and they look at, $1 million, homes or Taj Mahals of a home. And they see something that they really like. Oh, this is me all day long. I've got to have it. And so then they make contact with the agent or the lender only to find that dreams are crushed, that they, are not qualifying in the range to be able to purchase, that level of home. Or the other side to that is they may be looking at something way beneath where their dream really is because they don't have the data to inform or to drive their activity. So getting pre-approved, by a lender, again, is the first critical step in the process because it helps to inform all things that are to come, especially, and I place emphasis on, when you begin house shopping. Because you need to know your purchase range. You need to know the range that's most comfortable for you. When your lender pre-approves you, if he approves you at a $600,000 purchase, gravy. But you may decide a $600,000 purchase and a mortgage that comes along with that is not something that I can really afford. What I can afford is an $1,800 a month purchase. And so instead of looking for the $600,000 house, oh, I'm so happy I qualified at that level, I'm going to scale that back and I'm going to look for a house in the $350,000, $400,000 range. Again, you're able to make an informed decision because you have that data point available to you. The other piece that's very important about this is now you have the information about your purchase range and you're out shopping for the home and you're working with me, the agent, and we're standing in the home and I ask you the question, my infamous question, do you see yourself making this house your home? And you say yes. And I say to you, okay, would you like to put an offer in on the home, an offer to purchase? And you say, yes, I would. What makes your offer strong is for your agent to be able to attach the lender's pre-approval letter to the offer. Because then the seller will know that you are a serious buyer and not just someone who's pushing paperwork their way, just taking a chance. Maybe will, maybe won't. And so it's important, for those two reasons, primarily.
Well, not to mention that if you have somebody that loves a home, and I've seen this before, they're ready to do sending an offer. So now they have to prepare themselves with a pre-approval and talking to the loan officer and providing information to the loan officer. Meanwhile, the house is being sold to somebody else, and that's the worst thing that can happen. They're not ready.
That's exactly right. And so one of the things I always tell my clients in the process, again, just in educating them, is that time is of the essence. And so you're exactly right, Fernando. If you go and see a preview of home and you say, I can make this house, my home, and you want to put an offer in, you don't want to have to worry about then calling a lender or trying to be matched with a partner lender, because then it's going to take days, perhaps, for you to get your actual approval. And as you just indicated, by that time the home has already been offered, the seller has already accepted an offer from a serious buyer who's already had the letter in pocket and was able to submit a full offer at the outset.
So I always had I always say this to the buyers that we work with, that, the best foundation to get started in the process of buying a home is actually having that pre-approval on hand and having a clear understanding of how much they actually can afford and how much are they willing to pay every month, and making sure that all those things are taken care of before going to the next step, which it is hunting for homes.
That's exactly right. And when buyers are working with me, and I like to personalize it in the conversation, when they're working with me, I explain to them that I have the patience of Job. It's not about me. This is your process. This is a big investment, right, that you're going to make. And so however long it needs to take, right, for us to pull all the pieces together and get you the keys to that home, I'm here to support you and to assist you all the way through. So it's important that, buyers not only look to be pre-approved, but they look to make certain that they're connecting with an agent who's going to be patient with them and educate them and guide them through the process, including not only helping to match them with a partner lender, but also speaking with the lender about, the buyer's goals and intentions so that you can help move the process along.
Yeah, that's a great point, Jeff, because obviously a lot of buyers do not know what to ask to lenders, and connecting themselves with a great real estate agent such as you know exactly what you need to ask, what type of programs may be available for them, and then making sure that they go and take the right first step.